Hello, everybody. What's up? I'm the Wiz, or Hacko. Welcome to this little chat about Mentars and Ether and a few other things. Okay, so there's been a couple videos about Mentars. If you want to check out Meta, it's a really good video. And I saw. I like that E2, the E2 website, is now has these great news blogs, not blogs, but little articles here that you can see on your screen. This is my very first recording of using my picture and the screen like this. I'm trying to learn. I have a list of like 20 different videos I want to do, but I'm trying to learn the technical stuff. Like I think it's been 2 hours since I started just trying to get this part right. It's hard work, man. We'll see how it goes. So basically, I just want to talk about Mentars and kind of my experience with Mentars and what the decisions that I made whether to buy them or not, and what little special project I made. Okay, so Mentars, if you look at this article, and this, I'm really digging this. I wish they did this all along. This would have been, imagine if they had a little article for every update explaining what the update was and everything that was going on since the beginning. It would have been awesome. But I'm okay with this. They're progressing. They're getting better. They're learning. It was rapid growth. I mean, I don't think they expected this, or I know they didn't expect this. So I'm a little bit understandable about it. Let's see. So we have this article, Mentars. Wait, what am I doing? Why isn't it opening for me? Oh, weird. I didn't see the read more part, but I was trying to click on it and open it, and it didn't work. Okay, so I just proved I'm an idiot. That's okay. I don't mind being an idiot sometimes. Okay, so we got Mentars. And please, for anyone who watches this or knows anyone, don't call them mentards and that you're mentarded. It's just, I hate it. I hate it. Okay. You can figure out why. It's just, bleh. Anyway, okay, let's get back to this. So we got Mentars, Ether, Essence, and Hollow Buildings. Cool graphic, cool picture. I dig it. I want to see more of this. I mean, this gives this feeling of professionalism, and like it looks hot. I'm like, ooh, looking good, right? Even they even took that thing that it was set in, and it looks like a spaceship with this glowing vibe around it, which is really cool, right? And it looks like there's like a port that's stuck in the ground where it's hovering above it, like it's almost like floating like a hologram kind of thing. I totally dig it. And then it goes into what Mentars are: ether, essence, jewels, hollow buildings. Okay, so basically, a Mentar is kind of like a miner, right? It'll find ether on your property, and then once you find that ether on your property, you will be asked if you would like to convert it to convert it to essence. And when you convert it, it's basically a totally random conversion. Now you can slot jewels onto your Mentar. Some people were saying that will help your conversion rate, but I think that the conversion, it's the percentage that it's finding, then it's converted, and the conversion rate is totally random, as far as I know, because I have a few Mentars, and it was all over the place. Like one time it was almost 100%, and the other time it was like 60%. So I don't. I think it's random. If anyone knows anything else about that, you can comment below. It's still pretty new. I think we're about 7 days in, 7 8 days in. So we're still learning. The first thing that I did was I bought a Mentar on my 740 property. So I have a big. I mostly do E2 news post notification. I mostly do one tile property. So if you guys don't know and knows, if you don't know, I run One Tile Nation, which we do so many cool projects with One Tile. One Tile Islands. We got district games. We have One Tile City, One Tile District, and working on the Genius Cube, a bunch of other things that I'm doing with One Tile. A secret project coming out. So I mostly do that, but I do have a few big properties. I wish I had more. So what I did was I put my Mentar on my big 740, and I filled it all with black jewels because it's on an oil rig. So, but that doesn't seem to matter now. So I think what they said was that the jewels slotted will be to help the resources when the resources are there. And right now you're just slotting them to increase the percentage of your ether detection. So basically, a one tile has 96% detection rate. So if you put a jewel on that one tile, you get another 4%, and you get the 100% detection rate. I bought a Mentar on a one tile property, which I believe didn't do anything yet. Okay, let me check. I actually opened this. Okay, so this is Mentar Island, but let me check my other. Okay, this is One Tile City. This is so we'll go here to One Tile City, and I'm set up right now with my One Tile Nation account is open. So I'll go to profile, and right now there's nothing. Let's see, go back. It doesn't seem to go back. Am I going to lose that One Tile City picture I had? Probably. It's kind of weird like that when it goes back. And my computer seems to be super slow. Okay, it's going back. I have it set to satellite mode. I mean, map mode. Put it back in satellite mode. Anyway, so that shows that my my essence for this account is 0, and I have a Mentar on a one tile property. So far I have 0 essence from a one tile, and it's been about 4 days, so nothing has detected it. Now the biggest question is, will you ever be able to get essence on a one tile property? And is it accumulative between your properties? Like, this is I didn't hear anyone talk about this. Okay, let's say you have 50 one tile properties. Okay, and they're all next to each other, say. And all the Mentars are free either on all the properties. If the detection goes off on your one tile properties and you have a 20%, like, or you have like a little bit detected on each one, will those in turn add up to your total essence or ether rate or ether detection? Maybe with one tile and only one Mentar, the rate is so low that it does not pick up and it can't be detected. It has to be above one or something like that, and it's just so small. But as a group, and you have many, will they increase? Now this I don't know, and I haven't heard anyone talk about it, so I'm curious about that. And seeing I have thousands of one tile properties, it's going to be important to know. The good thing with the one tile properties, though, I would love to get some resources off them, but maybe resources versus essence is different. You should be able to get essence off of one tile property. So let's go to what this is right here. This is what do I got it in 3D mode right now? Yeah, please bear with me. This is ooh. Yeah, I don't like these ads still here, you know. Let's go to satellite mode. Okay, so that was pretty cool how that's gonna imagine what it's gonna look like. I don't know for how long it's gonna look like that. But so this little island has a bunch of Mentars. So I asked just a bunch of friends if they want to make a Mentar island, and we have a bunch here. Some people didn't put their Mentar on. Those are the those are my friends that are like I said. Let's fill up the island right the first day, so we can see if anything happens. And I don't think there's any way to tell if each person's each person's single tile would get essence, because it's a group thing. It's not like individually listed as we know. And then some people just got the property, but they didn't put the Mentar on. Okay, now I got one thing. The Kraken. Okay, I got one thing that I'd like to share with you. Now this is okay. So this is One Tile Nation flag. This one right here. So I bought the Mentar for $5, and then so far, like I said, 0. I bought this one and put a Mentar on it, and I gave it to my friend for a penny, for helping me with something. And when they got the flag, or when they got the property, the Mentar disappeared. And we were told that the Mentar should travel with the property. And then when I wrote to customer service, they said there's a bug and that it should travel with the property. Actually, customers said it's not going to travel with the property. But then I talked to someone else and they said it should travel with the property and they're working on it. So this we're trying to figure out. We'll see what happens. I'm assuming that the Mentar will be, maybe because during these 2 weeks, the buying thing is, once they turn it on and it's everywhere, when it travels, it's still there because they're everywhere. So, this 2 weeks is kind of a trial period for things like that. So then again, he sold it back to me. He gave it back to me, and I have it. And I was trying to test if when he gave it back to me, the Mentar would disappear. But the Mentar has disappeared. And I am waiting for customer service to see what happens with that. I might have missed out on some essence, but maybe not really. But I was going to see if I had 2 one tile, if I got any essence. So I'm not really sure. We'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, this is Mentar island. There's a few spots here. If you you want a spot on Mentar Island, you can message me. I'm Wizard Oz on Discord. Um, yeah, I like this 3D look again. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Like, so what I wanted to do with this island too is to make it like, if we could later, is like make a statue of a Mentar and put it on there like Easter Island. But maybe it's too small. I don't know. I have a lot of these one tile islands that we kind of want to put a theme to and make it cool. Um, we'll see. So let's go back. So I basically covered. Um, so this I could read through this, but Mentar is a core Earth2 entity and technological structure, which can only manifest and function on virtual land that has been claimed or is owned by a player. I'm loving that they're writing this out. This was, I think they read this on a shout out to Guidebook Gaming. They do a live Earth 1 or Earth 2 Class 1 giveaway every day. They do marble races. They talk about the news. They show the stats of what's going on. Great bunch of people. So Guidebook Gaming on Twitch, if you want to check that out. That's actually coming on a little bit later. I'm gonna check it out. I try to check it out every day. They keep very up to date on what's going on, and they have a contenters showcase, content creator showcase that shows everyone who's doing stuff about Earth 2, and they kind of motivate me to do more. Like, I've been trying to do more. As you can see, we go over here real quick. This is my YouTube channel. So I have done these many videos, and I have these flag hunts. I did some stuff about the scam tubers, and I started back at Dubai, but then didn't do it for a while. Talked about South Korea in the game. There's a couple. I did 2 things on jewels. I was actually probably the person that got people to buy thousands of one tiles for the jewels, because I shared my statistics with some of the big players in the game, and word spread, and these people were buying one tile because my jewel count went way up for the accounts that I had one tile in. And so other people took that and started buying more one tiles. And I'm still using that philosophy. If you can, just buy more single tiles. Now, single tiles can balance out. Like we just talked about, you might get, less essence, but you might get more jewels. And that's a balance. And I think that's great, So if I have a lot of single tiles, I can't get a lot of essence, but I can get a lot of jewels. I can balance that out by trading or, buying more land or whatever. So I think that's cool, and I think that was the point. I think there's a lot of things like that you try to balance out. This is really exciting. I can't wait till like a week from now when all the Mentars are active. I keep these pretty detailed stats of all the jewels that I get every day in all my different accounts, because I have a bunch of accounts, because I have a lot of different projects, and some projects have their own flag and their own purpose. So I have a bunch of accounts. I have the United Nations, and the United Nations are the single tile section that's going to be like later in the game. People are going to fight for a spot in the UN, and I have it all set up, and that has generated quite a bit of jewels for being like in a 230 single spots for each flag. And we do have I have another secondary one that has another 150 for more. I actually could show you the UN right now. If I had it open. Wow, it's really slow. Okay, so this is one tile city in Cryptopolis, which is in Vanuatu. I spent so much time and money on this. I was gonna make a video about it, but I haven't yet. And you know what happens to a lot of my one tile projects is they get kind of destroyed by somebody coming in and just buying it up. Like it, you know, I'm not gonna get too. I can't control that. The only way to protect these kind of things is to buy them all first and then sell them later. But you just can't do that, right? Okay, so this is one tile city, and this is the United Nations, and this is the one tile OTN one tile nation sign, and we have like different things here. This is kind of the city center. So these were all single tiles kind of spread out through here. But then someone came in and they just bought, they bought they just bought this in chunks. Like everything here is single tile. But this was just bought in big chunks like that. And that's not how this area is supposed to be. What I did notice is that some people, there's a single tile with a Mentar there, and there's another single tile with a Mentar there. So some people just bought, and here, this is more property. I think there's one there. So you can kind of get an idea there's one there. So you can get an idea that, out of all these single tiles, there are people with Mentars on it. And I would have to talk to them to see if there's actual, if they can tell if they're getting essence. If it's just one, I don't know. We'll definitely test that out because I can certainly test it out. And that's the beauty of having some of these accounts that all have single tiles, is I'll be able to know how much essence I get with those single tiles and how it changes. Now, I don't really want. It's so much work of the stats that I keep for the jewels already. I have to go in and out of so many accounts every day, and it's hours worth of work. I do it because I like the stats, and I gotta check it. Especially they say you gotta check it for the essence. So I've been actively checking it because I have to. And I think they're good like that. It's a little tricky thing they're doing, to get you checking. I'm sure there's going to have more stuff to get you checking your account, on a daily basis to get you more, just being there. Because they can use that for many reasons too, advertising or whatever. But yeah, I'm all for it. I could talk forever about Earth2. Actually, I work hours and hours every day on Earth2. Right now, I want to make a lot more content for you guys. I want to do so many things. I want to do a Patreon too. I want to do, but I want to do it cool, right? I want to do some cool giveaway, maybe artwork. I'm also an artist, but I have, I have a new city that I've been working on for the past 5 days, and I haven't really announced it to anyone. A few people, but it's been my focus. I just spent all day just kind of figuring out. And already somebody came in and bought something, and it kind of ruined my plan a little bit. I guess you got to get used to that, but I'm a graphic designer also, and I like things I created, as you can see, if you look at this, I made this whole city of the way that it was laid out, the the pluses and the sign and the one tile and all this, right? And I was thinking like they're kind of like roads, but they're also dividers. But all these, I wanted everything in between to be like single tiles to really show like this single tile unity thing going on. Like this whole area here, I wanted to fill with single tiles, but it did get expensive. It got up to like $1.40, right? So it was just booming at one point. Like this was from Hippo Land. He bought the H. He filled it all with single tiles, and in order to get it, you have to go through him, and then it fills in. So he can fill this whole thing up, but you have to get it through Hippo Land. And then here, this is cool. These are all single tiles, but they form a line of each individual flag. This is supposed to be a rainbow. Wait, why does this one have different? I have no idea why these are different. That is super weird. I don't know. Somebody must have changed their flag or something. These were all the same. Like as you can notice, all these are the same. These were the same as well. I will investigate. But yep. So that's that. Basically that's it. I mean, I can talk. I can just keep talking more about Mentars and Ether. About, yeah, I guess the only other thing would be that I haven't really been keeping track of, because I have two accounts that I have one Mentor on a 740, one on a 500, and then the one tile, and that's it. And then I just kind of clicked it, and it says, "Will you detect?" And I said yes, and then it just was adding up. But in total, I think I only have like 100 essence right now. Do I think that it was worth it for everyone to pay $5 for a Mentor for 2 weeks of essence? Possibly. Like if you have an account that had a lot of 750s, a lot of big plots of land, those big plots of land are expensive. And just $5 to get started early, so you can do things before other people is it's not a big ask. And if you can sell or trade essence later, then you probably are going to make your money back. I personally could have, but I don't have any really huge properties, so not huge like 750s. I just have a couple that are big. I have a bunch that are around 100, but yeah, because the people that really have those big properties are the people that got in early, right? And I didn't get in early. I mean, I got in early, but not that early. Anyone that got in before New Year's, they could get a lot of those big properties. But once after that, it just got more expensive. Like when I started in the end of January, and the cheapest property was 31 cents. So a 750, at that it's quite a bit of money. But if you got in when it was 10 cents and you're buying 750s, then you can buy a bunch of them. It's only like, hey, $75. You get this big. I mean, I couldn't even imagine. I mean, I did get my 740 for I think 15 cents when Abu Dhabi. It was in Abu Dhabi when that opened up. I kind of just got lucky. But that was crazy. That was craziness. At that time, I mean, you can watch my video is crap, but the Abu Dhabi one. But I had like 4 computers. Like I had my one computer, my desktop, my iPad. I had it all like set to buy at the same time. But it wasn't doing anything, and I think on 2 of them I hit refresh, which you shouldn't have. And then later on, I didn't realize, I didn't think I got anything. And then it like showed up like 10 minutes later that I had gotten two, which was cool. And those might be the most valuable things those are the two most valuable things I have, by far. Because most of it is I just buy small properties. I'm kind of like, one thing I wish I did, and this is a little bit off topic, but I'm starting to buy a lot of 9 tile blocks, and I don't know how those will be for Essence. So when I put a Mentor on those, maybe those will pick up at least one, and those 9 tile properties will do better than 1 tile properties. Now, I will test them because I have an account that has all 9 tile blocks, and I want to get a lot more, but I can't even imagine if I started doing that in January and just buying 9 tile blocks in all the cool locations all over the world and just collecting them in one account. God, I wish I did that. I bought a few, but not that many. But what I did recently is I would go into the marketplace and I would see any 9 tile blocks that had a discount. There was a lot for around $4 or $5, and some with that were, as soon as you buy them for $4 or $5, they're worth 18, but or something like that. But it depends on where they are and if anybody would want to buy them again, or if that's what you're trying to do with them. I don't really have intention of selling my properties. Like, that's not my main reason for getting them. I did buy a lot of that's not true, I guess. I mean, I do have intentions of selling the 1 tile properties for certain projects, like the United Nations. Like, that's why I got them, to sell them to one person for each country to be part of it. But it's really for the project. I mean more like selling just like on the open market for no reason. Some 1 tiles also I want to sell, but it will be basically trying to get people that want to be involved in our city or our community to help to make it better. So not really for flipping per se. Yeah, basically that's about it. And yeah, I might have missed it. I'm a little bit tired right now, as usual. But I'm digging this, and this video is kind of a test to see how the audio and how the video came out. I've never done this type of recording. This is my first time doing my video on top of my. As you can see, my internet was a little bit slow on my browser, so it didn't load very fast. So that I gotta check on. I could use my other computer, and I'm also looking at another monitor to make my screen bigger for my laptop. But we'll see. Yeah, I'll keep making more videos. I have another flag hunt coming soon too. Take care, everybody. Bye. Woo. Oh, I gotta hit this button up top.